A tiny request can set a whole evening on fire. You ask for help with the dishes, and somehow you're debating respect, priorities, and whether love is balanced. That's the trap couples fall into when communicating needs gets tangled with fear and assumption. Tonight, we untie that knot, one gentle strand at a time. If you're new here, this is Whispered Hearts, English, where we slow conversations down until the heart can keep up. We speak to the moments that happen in real American kitchens and cars and porches. We believe that love isn't fragile, it's just often rushed. Let's give it a little more room. Picture a kitchen at the tail end of a summer evening, the air still warm from the day. A mug is parked by the sink with a lipstick ring around the rim. You say, "Could you please rinse your mug?" Your partner hears, "You don't pull your weight," and the night stumbles into silence. The request was simple, but the story around it was heavy. Before words, there's a weather report inside you. Is the forecast cloudy with irritation or clear with calm? Therapists report that when we name our inner weather, we speak more clearly and less defensively. Research shows this pause lowers the temperature of the room even before you open your mouth. Here's a gentle check you can use before you speak. Ask yourself what you feel, what you value, and what the smallest workable request would look like. I feel overwhelmed after the commute. I value shared effort. Smallest workable request. Could you handle the dinner dishes tonight? It's honest, specific, and fair. But there's something even quieter holding love together. It's the belief that your partner should just know. That belief is quicksand. It sucks good intentions under. Have you ever expected mind reading and felt hurt when it didn't happen? Clarity doesn't mean perfection. It means you know the point of your ask. You're not hunting for proof of love. You're inviting teamwork. When the request is about shared values, it stops sounding like a scorecard and starts sounding like a plan. Here's the shift that changes the room. It's the pronoun that moves the weight from accusation to honesty. I turns your inner weather into a forecast your partner can actually respond to. When I see the sink full after a long day, I feel stressed. I need some help tonight. Would you be willing to rinse and load while I wipe the counters? Tone is the quiet bodyguard for your words. If your voice is edged, even the best sentence will feel like a shove. Keep your pace slower than your heartbeat. Add a breath before the ask. Have you noticed how a softer tone opens doors you thought were locked? My language is not a magic spell, but it reduces the reflex to defend. You are describing your experience, not your partner's character. That difference is the difference between a request and a trial. Try it during low-stakes moments first, like planning a Saturday or choosing a show. Words are only half the bridge. The other half is listening like you're on the same side of the river. Active listening means you reflect back what you heard, not what you fear. So you're saying you get stressed when the sink is full after work and you want help tonight. Did I get that right? Feedback loops sound clinical, but they feel like care. You share, they reflect, you clarify, and then you both agree on a next step. It's a small dance. The steps are simple, but they require attention. When you do it, you teach each other safety. On a crisp winter morning, maybe you're both wrapped in coats, coffee steaming in the car. You say, "I've been holding a lot lately. I could use help with the morning routine on Thursdays." Your partner repeats it back and asks, "Would swapping daycare drop-off on Thursdays help?" That's the loop completing, and the day already feels lighter. Repair is what happens after you don't get it right the first time. Imagine you snapped last night. Tonight, you start with, I came in hot yesterday, and that wasn't fair. I do want help, and I want to ask without blame. You pause, you look into their eyes, and you try again. Safety returns in increments. Before the next request, try a 90-second reset. Drink water. Loosen your jaw. Drop your shoulders. Put a hand on your chest and breathe until your voice sounds like a friend. What would shift in your conversation if you took that 90 seconds every time? Timing can be mercy. Midnight in a tired bedroom is a terrible time to negotiate shared chores. So is the minute your partner walks through the door, throat raw from a long call. Pick moments the way you'd pick a park bench in spring, somewhere quiet, well-lit, and kind to sit on. You deserve that setting. A simple way to honor timing is to ask for it. There's something I want to ask. Are you in a good spot now, or should we find a time later tonight? Choice is power. When your partner feels choice, their nervous system softens. Have you noticed that conversations go better when you both feel ready? Sometimes the ask is really a boundary trying to speak. Needs invite connection, boundaries protect dignity. I need to know you're safe when you're late is a need for contact. I will not respond to texts while I'm driving is a boundary for safety. Hold both with a steady hand. Healthy boundaries are kind because they're clear. They aren't threats. They are the rules you follow for yourself that keep respect alive. When you state a boundary softly and follow it consistently, your partner learns the contour of your care. Let's add a ritual that makes you both feel seen without guessing. Once a week, you sit with coffee or tea and share what would make the next 7 days feel supported. One request each. One, I can do that each. No debates, no scorekeeping, just tending the week like a small garden. In moments you feel alone inside your relationship. Hear this. At Whispered Hearts. English, you have company. This is a space to practice courage at a gentle pace, to borrow words until you find your own, and to remember that love grows in the direction of safety. You're not the only one learning these steps, and you don't have to learn them fast. Your body will tell the truth even when your mouth is trying to be polite. If your arms are crossed and your foot taps, the ask will carry static. Try an open chest, relaxed shoulders, and eye contact that says, I'm here. Your words will land on a softer shore. The nervous system is the unseen participant in every talk. If your heart is racing, language will tangle. Step away for a minute, splash water on your face, and breathe into your belly. Come back when your voice can carry care as well as content. Here's a sentence that changes outcomes. I want to get this right. Tell me what you heard me ask. Then listen, like you're gathering delicate glass. If it's off by a shade, try again with fewer syllables and more heart. What's one sentence you wish you could say if you trusted it would be received? Not every ask will be met with yes. That's not failure. That's relationship. When your partner says no, get curious about the why, not angry about the word. What gets hard about that for you? What would make a smaller version possible? Curiosity keeps dignity intact on both sides. It turns a flat no into a puzzle you can solve together. Maybe the full ask is too heavy this week, but a smaller piece works. Shave the ask down until it fits in the day without cutting away its meaning. Culture lives in the room with you. In the US, many of us were taught to value directness and independence. That can collide with a partner's preference for harmony or indirect cues. To bridge that gap, Pair direct language with warm tone. It's clarity wrapped in care. Add ordinary American life to your practice. On a rain-laced spring evening, you're both on the couch under a blanket, the smell of wet pavement drifting in from the street. You pause the show and say, "I'm running low on energy this week. I'd love if you could take trash and recycling runs. I'll cover meals." The scene is simple, the ask is workable, and the blanket stays warm. When conflict flares, aim for one clear repair, not 10 fixes. "I got defensive. I'm sorry. I want to understand you." Then mirror back a piece of what they said. Ask what would help right now. Maybe it's 5 minutes of quiet, or a walk, or a hug. Repair doesn't have to be poetic. It has to be real. A small shared practice can turn guesswork into rhythm. Put a note on the fridge titled, "This would help this week." Each of you adds one sticky line by Sunday night. By Wednesday, check in and trade if needed. It's not a contract, it's a kindness. Some needs are emotional, not logistic. "I need reassurance after tense days." That's not about dishes or drives. It's about the nervous system settling. A simple script helps. When we walk in the door, can we share a 1-minute hug and 1 sentence about our day? It sounds tiny. It feels like exhaling. Notice how the world changes with the seasons, and let it shape your care. In autumn, take a walk where the leaves crunch and say, what would help you feel supported as the year speeds up? In summer, sit on the porch in the late warmth and ask, what do you need to rest this weekend? Weather can be a soft invitation. There will be nights when the conversation goes badly anyway. Voices rise, doors close. Later, you knock gently and offer a redo. I want to try again. I care more about us than about being right. You practice the same steps, slower. Safety returns like the tide. When you're the listener, aim to give back the shape of what you heard. Not commentary, not advice, just the shape. So, you're needing help tonight, because today was a lot, and you want to feel like we're a team. That shape tells your partner they make sense to you. When you're the speaker, aim for 1 need per ask. If you pile 5 needs into one conversation, your partner won't know which to hold first. They'll drop something. Keep it to 1, and agree on a time for the next. The result is less overwhelm and more action. Make room for difference. Your partner might need more quiet. You might need more contact. That's not wrongness. That's diversity. If you can each protect what's essential while offering small swaps, you'll feel like you belong together without vanishing yourself. Here's a short practice challenge for tonight. Write a 2-line ask using, when I feel, I need, would you be willing to? Then read it aloud in a calm voice and cut any word you don't need. Ask at a kind time, then reflect back their answer. In the comments, tell us how it went and what you learned. If the talk drifts into old fights, pull it back to the present. Say, I want to stay with tonight's request so we can succeed at something small. Success builds confidence. Confidence builds willingness. Willingness builds love's daily architecture. When life gets loud, remember why you're asking at all. You're not trying to win. You're trying to live together well. 2 people, 1 life, many moving parts. You get to design a home where needs are spoken and carried, not swallowed and resented. In a real way, this is how families are built. Not from the perfect speech, but from 100 small, clear asks that teach 2 nervous systems they are safe in each other's presence. This is how the dishes get done and the hearts stay whole. This is how the tiny fights stop predicting the big ones. As you practice, you'll notice a new sound in the house. It's quiet, but sturdy. That's the sound of trust being stacked, brick by brick, on the good days and the ordinary ones. You'll still get it wrong sometimes. You'll also get back to each other faster. Before we close, breathe with me. In for 4. Out for 6. Feel your shoulders drop. Picture your partner as a human being, doing their best, not a problem to solve. Love is easier to speak when you start from that picture. We've walked from kitchen sinks to winter car rides, from sticky summer porches to autumn sidewalks. Everywhere, the steps were the same. Name your inner weather. Ask with I. Listen back the shape. Repair when needed. Choose timing. Keep it small and kind. If our stories here at Whispered Hearts English resonate, consider subscribing and sharing your experience in the comments. We're building a quiet library of moments like yours, so no one has to practice alone. Tell us what you're trying this week and what you want us to explore next. Your voice guides this space. You came here to learn how to ask for what matters without turning your home into a courtroom. You have the pieces now. Speak them gently and notice how the room relaxes. That's the feeling of communicating needs becoming a shared art.